Yes, I've had the pleasure of being on the board and serving as the chair for 2 years. And I think that was the start of our introduction to the Arts Club. I think what I found personally, is I was able to bring my professional experience and introduce it to the Arts Club and start to understand what makes the Arts Club tick, understand how entrepreneurial they are, how creative they are, and how welcoming they were to a stranger coming into their room and participating on the board. I think it gave us an opportunity to see so many aspects of the theater, and accordingly we were able to kind of pick and choose where we want to try to make a contribution in some material way. After we joined the board, and I was interviewed by Howard and Bill and the chairman at the time, Axel, one of the first things I did was sit down with Bill and with Rachel Dieter and asked them, where could we make a meaningful contribution to the future of not just the Arts Club, but to the future of arts in general in the province. Rachel and Bill were very quick off the mark, and they came back and said, well, how do you like the idea of supporting new commissions, supporting playwrights, and hence the birth of the Silver Commissioning Project. We considered it for not too long because of the enthusiasm that Bill and Rachel brought to all of this, and the fact that they have a history of supporting artists and supporting new works. So we started by supporting 4 new plays, and eventually, as we saw them unfold, right from the original script through react and finally on stage, we decided that this was an area that we would like to make as our pet project for the Arts Club. Since then, we've been pretty lucky. We've had, six plays have made it to the stage, and I think we have eight currently underway, and every one of them has provided a different experience for us. Meeting the playwrights, watching the actors at react has just been very stimulating, and just getting to know the entire process has been just great.
Playwright's job is writing. It's not finding work in other organizations or other places to pay the bills. And if they have support writing in those early days, and in those days when they may not have that kind of support, they can do their job. And so I think that that's, it's like a room of your own, right? It's a space of your own where you can do your work, and I think that's one of the big things. And there are several others that we talked about. I'll let you go on.
Yes, well, I think, as we became involved with the first 4 commissions, we got to meet the playwrights, and I think that really reinforced the challenges they face. And while we weren't providing their entire income for the year by any means, what we have done is just give them that hopefully few extra hours to spend on moving their new plays along as rapidly as possible. We've watched Sean McDonald and Lucia Franchino move their plays forward, and Hiro Kanagawa in his great play, and then Kim Collier and Jonathan from the Electric Company. We got to know every one of them, and we saw how creative they were, and it impressed us that if we could help make them contribute, enable them to contribute just a little more time, it was really a worthwhile investment. And I think the community at large has been a big gainer in all of this. And I think the Arts Club has demonstrated over and over again their commitment to make these things work.
I think it does several things. I think one, it recognizes the legitimacy of theater in the city and in the country. And secondly, it confirms again the Arts Club's role in supporting their colleagues all across the theater spectrum. And 3, it gives audiences a chance to see new work and to see it through its development, which I think is fun. And it also, in some ways, that this can help, that ordinary people can make a difference. By supporting something like this, they can make a difference. They can make a difference to their community and to the theater that they love. And also, theater is good for the soul.
I think there's another aspect to it as well, and that is that the commissions actually honor the individual playwrights. I mean, the Arts Club is saying, we have selected you from amongst a large number of playwrights, and we've elected to support you through the Silver Commissioning. And I think it's important that these people that are working so hard to develop new plays, new theater, youth programs, I think it's important that they understand we appreciate what they do, and if there's a chance to recognize them for their work, I think that's a very good cause. And fortunately, we have, in every case, we found them just wonderful people to deal with, and we're very proud and pleased that we've been able to meet them and to support them in some small way. We hope it sets an example to indicate to other patrons, other subscribers, other members of the community, that selecting a cause and working with it can have a very substantial impact. And certainly the personal satisfaction we've got out of it, I think, is available to many donors in many other programs. The programs for youth that are operated by the Arts Club, the community outreach programs, and all the way through the REACT. And we certainly encourage many friends and colleagues we made to continue their contributions and support for these programs. We know it's vital that box office isn't going to provide the money to do all these things by itself. You need the support of the patrons, and we're proud to be part of that.